Katie's never satisfied.
I give her everything. It's never enough.
And Jamie wants more too.
He wants me to have a threesome.
But Katie's blind date says she's all that and a bag of chips.
Did you want to dip your nacho in her cheese?
Meanwhile, his blind date had plenty to offer.
She said she had a big seat.
No, I didn't say that. You had a bad cell phone connection, I guess, because I said I have big feet.
Now, will he turn the other cheek?
I have a great seat, babe.
Or have a change of heart?
Welcome to Change of Heart, and let's meet our couple. Now, they kept running into each other at frat parties and bars, but she never remembered his name. Well, he finally got her attention long enough to exchange phone numbers. Friendship then turned into romance, and she's been draining his keg dry ever since. Yeah. Please welcome Jamie Freed and Katie Parsons. Good to see you here. Now, Katie, you guys have been dating, I guess it's been a little over a year now.
Yeah,
so what is it that keeps you licking the foam from his bottle?
Well, he's great. He's very outgoing. He's very nice. Like, for example, last Valentine's Day, he took me out on a nice gondola ride, and he's very romantic. He's a great guy. He's a great guy.
And Jamie, what about her? What keeps you drinking her draft?
Katie's just fabulous. Like, she's got this great, just positive energy about her. She's always smiling, just having a great time, right with her friends, and she just makes everyone just feel good, just having a great time.
Mm-hmm. This is all very nice, but Katie, I hear that there's actually a problem in the bedroom. What is that?
He wants me to have a threesome. Okay, this is the thing. What I don't understand is that, like, there's two people in a relationship, boyfriend and girlfriend. Like,
Right.
why am I not good enough? Like, can't it just be me and you?
Yeah, you know, that's great, but it's
Come
all
on, you
about...
must read Cosmopolitan.
It's just
You know
all
the
about,
guy's fantasy.
it's all about just like spicing things up. You know, it's the
spicy.
21st century, you know?
What do you mean?
But the best part, no, the thing is though, she brought up to me. She posted, she's like, hey, let's get crazy. You know, she wants to kind of bring out her wild side. So I'm like, all right, let's do it.
All right, Katie, what about it? When it comes to being a passionate twosome, what's missing on his end?
Well, here's the thing. Like, I need some more tongue. Like, I need to make out. Like, it's just like, right, bam, you know? Like,
Right.
I want to get a little emotional.
No. I give her
affectionate.
plenty of attention. I give her plenty of, I give her everything. But for Katie, it's never enough.
No.
Never enough.
No, that's not
Well,
true.
No, that's what it is.
If Jamie, if you had to have a word to describe her, what would the word be?
Oh, God, needy.
Needy.
Always wants to hold my hand, always wants my attention, wants me to touch her, just constantly. Like, it's an overkill. Like, it drives me nuts. Like, it's like, hey, just
You're
kick
my
back.
boyfriend. Why don't you want to hold my hand?
Now, Jamie, what about when you guys are in an argument? How is she then?
She acts like a third grader. It's unbelievable. Like, it's unbelievable. Like, we're in the car, we're having this really heated argument, and she'll just do this. She'll just completely
little
turn
brat.
her body the complete opposite direction and give me the silent treatment. Like, we're 5 years old.
Wait, hold
Like, we're
on.
5 years
That's
old.
so
It's
not
ridiculous.
fair. He says ridiculous things. That's what he does. He says the whole time. He's like, "You're ridiculous. You're ridiculous. You're ridiculous." Okay, maybe I am ridiculous, but let's talk about the issue. Let's deal with it. Like, let's talk about it.
Yeah, but you can't with your back
He's,
to
like, calling
him.
me names
Yeah, but
and,
let's talk like we're adults. I mean, this is the 21st century. We're 22
all right, we heard
years
how you
old.
act. How does he act, though? Be fair.
Well, he's just immature. I don't understand. Like,
Immature?
Yes, he's a condescending jerk when we
What
argue.
are you talking about?
You are.
So he talks down to you, kind of?
Yeah, he's like, you're acting like a baby. You're being ridiculous.
Well, that's
And I'm
because
like,
she is.
No.
I'm not being mean. I'm just saying, you know what? This is ridiculous. You're kind of acting like a little kid.
I'd like to be in the back seat of one of these arguments. Just to hang out, you know?
No, you don't. It gets crazy.
Now, Jamie, what about Katie's taste when it comes to that? Is she extravagant, expensive?
Yeah, Katie, she has a very, very high-priced taste. You know, I mean,
Like good quality.
Donald Trump's the only guy that could afford this girl. Like, it's ridiculous.
No.
Yeah, like, I mean, she expects me to cover everything. It's like we're like in the 1950s where the guy just covers everything. Well, I only make so much money here.
Okay,
I mean,
all I'm
you know?
saying is that he's the guy. Like, I grew up that way. I mean, isn't the guy supposed to take out the girl? Like, I'm not saying we do, like, crazy things every day. We don't go on trips or anything. I'm like, take out. Like,
Hey, I do take her out. I spend plenty of money. I mean, like, in the last 2 days, I spent $200 and just going out to dinner. Yeah, that's a lot of money here.
Now, Katie, you guys are both airing your problems here today. What are you hoping to accomplish?
I'm just hoping that after this, maybe, like, he'll listen a little more, like, be a little open to what I have to say before he jumps into it, argues with me.
All right, good enough. Now, up next, Katie and her date tell about a romantic trip that they're planning for the future. We'll hear about that next. Welcome back. We're here with Jamie and Katie. Now, Katie, before we bring them out, I understand you got some advance info about your date. Explain that.
Okay, well, it's crazy. We were out this one night, and we ran into this girl, and I told her where I lived, blah, 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 and this whole thing, and she was like, oh my God, I know him. And I was like, what? She's like, oh yeah. I was like, well, so what does he look like? And she was like, he's tall, blonde, he's great, he's a good-looking guy. I was like, fabulous. And I was stoked, obviously, but Jamie was a little unhappy about that.
Oh, I can imagine. Well, let's say hello to this tall, cute, blonde guy, Levi Holloman. Come on down.
Oh my God.
Now, Jamie, that you've seen him, does he look like you got something to worry about here?
No, not.
Oh, here, I'll take it.
You know, from what I thought, I'd have to be competing with some kind of stud, but I just don't with scrubs.
Now, he brought Katie a big plate of nachos here. What do you think about that?
He's just trying to kiss up. This girl loves nachos.
Really?
She loves nachos in the morning. Where's my nachos? Chips and salsa.
You
You gotta
All
cater to
day
their
long.
needs. You gotta cater to a woman's needs, man.
Gotcha. Katie, you might love nachos. What about Jamie's? He got some weird eating habits himself?
Okay, let's just say Ally McBeal, he never eats.
Oh, he doesn't?
No, he forgets meals altogether. How do you forget meals? Like, he just doesn't, hey, are you hungry? Oh, nah.
What are you talking about?
I eat more than him.
I just don't eat like 20 times a day.
All right, let's go to the date here. Now, Levi, when you first saw her, did you want to dip your nacho in her cheese?
I would have to go yes on that one, Chris.
Okay.
She was looking really nice. I mean, she had a really low-cut scrunch, show her beautiful legs. She's got great legs. She was dressed very nice.
Very nice. And Katie, what about you? You finally got to see him. Did you want to get into Levi's? Levi's?
Definitely. I thought he was so good looking. He walked up and great blonde hair, tall, and I loved his body and a great body. So it was good. It was nice.
Now, you were complaining about Jamie not eating. What about his body? Does it show?
Okay, here's the thing. Like, when I first met him, he's like, oh, working out, bluff, and rock star. But now he's like, oh, little guy. Look at this little guy.
When you work full time, you know, hey,
No time to get to the gym.
Right.
hey, at least I'm not fat, right?
Now, Katie, I know in your date, Levi took you to dinner. What about the difference in restaurants where he took you supposedly, as compared to something where Jamie would take you?
Okay, well, no, it was wonderful. It was very romantic. It was a great place, like Italian food. I loved it. I mean, but Jamie, we eat at El Torito all the time. That's all we eat.
El
Quick
Torito?
Mexican.
Oh my
And
God.
it's my choice, but he doesn't ever think of
Do
something
you know
like
why we go to El
drive around
Torito?
for
Because
hours.
this girl wants to eat there. Katie,
Nachos,
whatever you want to
right.
eat. Nachos, chips, and salsa. What do you want to eat, Katie? El Torito.
Because
Let's
you
go El
can't
Torito.
decide.
She gave up the nachos for one night.
Obviously. Now, Levi, you were at an Italian restaurant. Did you have the whole candlelight atmosphere thing going?
Well, kinda. We had a candle going, and every time she'd lean over, like I'd say something, she'd laugh or something, like she'd blow the candle out. So our waiter would come by, and he'd have to relight the candle 3 or 4 times through the night. But it was still a very, very good setting.
Well, that's good. So it was nice. And what about romantic moments at the dinner table?
Yeah, she actually she was insisting on me taking a couple bites of this artichoke soup, so she was feeding me over the table.
Spoon feeding you?
I hadn't really had that. Like, usually my ex-girlfriend usually didn't like feeding me in public or anything, but she was very we had a good
So
time.
that's good.
Yeah.
And Katie, what was it that Levi was giving you at this point in the date that you wouldn't get from Jamie?
Attention.
He was focused on you.
Yes, it was great. I mean,
Attention.
usually, it was great. He was just very into me. Like, he wasn't, worried about anything that was going on around us. I mean, Jamie...
Well, so was I on the first date. You kidding me?
Yeah, but you have to maintain that a little
Date her
bit,
a couple more
Jamie.
months, man. Get back to me. Date her a couple more months. Get back to me. Let's see what's up.
No.
Hey, that's fine with me.
Wait, let me ask Levi, because
Oh,
Levi,
really?
you did spend some time with her. Did you get the feeling that she might need a little extra attention?
You know what? Overall, no. She was very low maintenance. She was so easy to get along with. I had a blast with her. It was,
Wow.
Jamie's finding it hard to imagine. Low maintenance.
Well, hey, that's a little different here. Who'd you go out with?
Now, I understand, Levi, you guys went dancing afterwards. How about Katie? Was she a good dancer? Did she have good moves?
yeah, she's very seductive on the dance floor. Man, she was. Yeah, we had a good
working
time. She would she leaned in, she gave me a little kiss on the cheek and neck, and I returned the favor.
Oh, really?
It was very. It was really good.
Very
Yeah,
seductive
yeah.
and sensuous.
We had our hands all over each other for a little while.
And Katie, Katie, compare their dance styles. How was Levi compared to Jamie when dancing?
Okay, here's the thing. Jamie and I Jamie has a great style. Levi and I were just fitting really nice on the dance floor. It was really nice. I could really dance with him. I mean, I love Jamie's style of dancing, but he kind of like, when he's on his own thing, you know, he's on the dance floor, he's kind of like, yeah, and I'm kind of like, work with me.
Right. Dance with me.
Like, with me, you know?
Hey, I just have fun, that's all.
know.
I just have
So,
fun.
Katie, you're having a good time, obviously. What's Jamie like, though, when he goes out?
Oh no, light a fire under his ass.
Are you kidding me?
No, it's great, but I mean, I like to go out and meet different people and just get crazy and have a good time. And Jamie's like, hey, what's up? You know, like I just, you know,
Right, a little bit of a dud, I'd say, yeah.
She was nonstop.
I need a little.
Nonstop.
Well, it's a little different when me and my boys go out.
I see.
Now, Katie, here you are. You guys are having a good time. Did you get the idea that maybe he wanted to see you again?
Oh, definitely. I mean, we talked about, you know, going out another time, maybe taking a trip to Mexico.
Oh, hello.
What?
Levi, Katie was complaining that Jamie's into threesomes and has been bugging her about that. What's your thoughts on that?
I don't know. I believe if you got a beautiful woman and you're happy with her, maybe you window shop, but you never want to buy. You want to stay with what, you know.
All right, Katie, how did you wrap up the night then?
It was nice. He walked me to the door. We sort of went for the whole, somebody went for the cheek, somebody went for the lip. It was like a lip cheek thing. But it was great. It was sweet. It was nice.
Jamie, do you care to ask which one was going for the lips?
Nah, I'll just pass on
You're like, I don't want to. All right, well, apparently Jamie's lips made it past his date's cheeks. We're going to hear all the details next, so stay tuned. Just heard what happened on Katie's date with Levi. Now let's meet the babe that we fired up for Jamie. Jamie says Katie's a needy, greedy baby. So we hooked him up with a caring, sharing, grown-up lady. Let's hand out some loving for Abigail Staples. Hi, Abigail. You know, Jamie? Jamie, explain this because I understand the first conversation you had with her actually gave you cold feet. What happened?
Oh, yeah. I got kind of nervous on the phone, you know. She kind of threw me off. She said she had a big seat, so, you know. I was like,
big seat.
A big seat. I'm just like, okay. So I called the producers, and I'm like, well, so what's the deal here?
Yeah. Now, Abigail, why would you tell a guy something like that? You trying to scare him off right off the bat?
This is so absolutely funny. No, I didn't say that. We had a bad cell phone connection, I guess, because I said, I have big feet.
Big feet.
I have a great feet, babe.
There you go.
Oh, big feet.
So, Jamie, you finally show up at Abigail's place. You at least relieved at that point then?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Right.
Like, I saw her, and
it's so
she's got a great seat.
Yes.
You know, and she's got a real sexy little Texas accent. Beautiful blue eyes, and she was dressed so good. You know, tight red leather pants, just amazing.
So you like that. Now, how would you describe Katie's fashion sense?
Katie's a little plain, a little old-fashioned. I wish she dressed like more crazy, like Abigail. Look at this. This is great. Just funky.
Wait, let me give Katie a shot at that. How would you describe Jamie's sense of fashion?
Here we go. He thinks he's a pimp. Look at this shirt. And it has a zipper.
So I like to dress upscale, so sue me here.
Yeah.
All right, Abigail, let's get to you on Jamie's look. What about you? Were you pleased?
Oh my gosh, definitely. He's got sharp style. He walked in like, you had a very Jerry Maguire like sort of air, like sharp. You had personality in your hair. You still do. Yeah, great smile, big nice teeth. For sure.
Now, Abigail, I understand there was a psychic connection going on right off the bat too.
Oh, this was so amazing.
Yeah, this is good.
The day prior to our date, I went to this restaurant called Benihana's, and I wanted to eat there. It was closed. He shows up at my door with 2 reservations to Benihana's, and I was so excited.
So you were like, yeah.
It was so
Abigail, I understand after dinner the mood got a little low key. What were you guys doing?
There was it was misting outside. There was like a real mellow vibe, wouldn't you say, in the air?
Yeah.
So
real
we just
cool.
wanted to get kind of warm and cozy. We strolled down to the beach and had a cup of coffee at a nice little like cafe.
So it was a nice kind of moment where you were chilling. So Abigail, here you are with this nice mellow vibe going. Did that
Yes.
lead to some romantic moments?
Well, we had great conversation and it did get a little flirtatious. He admitted he's a sucker for blue eyes, so I knew everything was good from there.
So boom. Now, when you guys were hanging out, Abigail, did he talk about his relationship with Katie?
A little bit. We got into that kind of talk. He just said that he wasn't sure if everything he wanted was there, and that maybe it was a college thing. It was the relationship was, yeah.
And Katie, were you aware that he felt like this about you?
No.
No, not at all.
No, college is over. What's that about?
I could hold on to her for a while if you'd like me.
Levi's going to pick up the slack.
I'll hold on to her for you if you'd like me to.
Now, Jamie, we understand earlier, Katie explained that she expects you to pay for everything. What about Abigail? Was she willing to pay, or did she pull out any cash?
Abigail was great. Went to an expensive dinner and just went to get coffee after, and she insisted to pay for that, which is really nice because Katie would never do that.
Just the notion, right?
Just it's not even anything, but it's just like nice, and she offered, and that was really cool.
Good. And Jamie, on a bigger scale, how is this date different than a typical date with Katie?
Oh God, like this one was just carefree. I didn't have to worry if she was having a good time because it was obvious she was having a good time, And it was just mellow and didn't have anything on my mind. It was just really relaxed.
And you feel like when you're with Katie, it's always, is she okay? High maintenance?
Oh, it's just like constantly like something's bothering her or there's some kind of crisis going on or God knows who. God knows what. I mean, I have no idea. It's
but it certainly doesn't sound like she was that way with Levi, though, so I'm not sure what's going on.
Yeah, thank you.
I just wanted to stay on the dance floor. That's all I saw on my
I just want to have a good time.
Now, Katie, let me just ask you one thing about Jamie, because they've done dinner and coffee, pretty normal stuff. Is he the kind of guy that would try new things or not?
No, the thing is like, let's take renting movies. Like, he always wants to rent the same movie. We're watching Blade or Matrix. Blood and gore. Like,
good movies, but geez.
He doesn't want to rent a new movie because he's like, oh, what if you don't like it? I'm like, well, that's a risk you take.
You know what? She choose the randomest movies. Like, I mean, guys, you'll never hear about movies.
They're chick flicks. That's what they are.
They were shelved like
They're
back,
not unreasonable.
Abigail, what about after dinner? Some romantic moments then?
Well, we just kind of took that mellow vibe, I guess, and we strolled back. I lived nearby, and we kind of lived on my love seat. We had the fire going. We listened to Les Nubians, some good tunes,
and what about some good night lip locking that might have been going on?
Oh, the details. We had a very supple kiss, I would say.
Supple?
We held it. We sort of repositioned and then held it a little longer. It was a very nice kiss.
Now, Abigail, we heard Katie say that she doesn't get any tongue from Jamie.
Oh, really?
Were you getting some tongue?
I didn't have that problem at all.
All right. Jamie, I understand that Abigail did something that really turned you on after the kiss, too. What was that?
Yeah, it's crazy. We kissed, and it was really nice, and I thought for a second she would have invited me in for more. But, she kind of said, well, I guess I'll see you around. It was just posed a challenge to me. It just was really interesting. It kind of like intrigued me.
So you got turned on by that?
I got my man. I'm like, I got
my Southern upbringing.
I got to see what's up. With
so Jamie, are you saying Katie doesn't present you with a challenge at all?
I figured her out months ago.
Okay. Next, we're gonna find out if Abigail's tease worked on Jamie because final decisions are next. Stay tuned. Jamie and Katie, now they came on the show today to air out their problems and to make each other do something that they rarely do, and that's listen. They also wanted to see what kinds of feelings were stirred up by dating other people. So let's find out what they've decided. Jamie, we're going to get your decision first. You guys have been together a little over a year now, and it hasn't been all wine and roses. We know that. We sent you out with Abigail. You said you really enjoyed yourself. Very romantic time back at her apartment, and you liked that she actually challenged you. It's your decision. What do you say?
Well, I found a lot of excitement with Abigail. A lot. It was a lot of fun. But me and Katie, we've gone through a lot, and I want to find that excitement back, so I'm going to stay together.
Stay together. Okay. Abigail, sorry things didn't work out for you. Now, Katie, Jamie says he wants to stay together. We sent you out with Levi. He brought you the nachos to start with. You said you loved his look, his body, the whole works.
Oh, yeah.
You got to let your hair down and have a really good time. What do you say?
Levi is I had a wonderful time. He's fabulous. But the thing is that after I told Jamie how much fun I was having with Levi, I started getting a little bit of that attention that I wanted back, and a little bit more, he was getting nice to me. So I figure it's working out. So I think I can
stay together. All right, Levi, sorry things didn't work out for you. So Jamie and Katie, hopefully you guys have finally heard each other about your issues and you'll be better off for it. That's our show for today. Thanks to Levi and Abigail. Good luck to Jamie and Katie, and we'll see you next time on Change of Heart.